Everything you just watched was shot on a Moondog Labs Anamorphic Adapter in 4K 24 frames per second using an iPhone 8 Plus with FiLMiC Pro and a 1.2 solid which knocks 4 stops off, and an ND 0.6 Grad filter which takes 2 stops out of the sky. So let's see what ND Grad filters can do. Went out to the lake and shot some B-roll of a waterfall and some nice water here, and we added the ND Grad in the sky. So I'm going to spin it around here so you can see it with and without the Grad. Now the Grad's on the bottom. You can use ND Grads for practical reasons, to bring down the exposure of the sky, or for stylized reasons, to give it a little extra punch. And now the Grad's back up top in the sky. And here's the same shot with no ND filter. The shutter is really fast, and the sky is not as blue. It just doesn't have quite the same punchy 3D look that it does with the Grad filter. In this second example, this is admittedly not the most exciting footage, but it's a good example of a practical use for ND Grads. Depending on the lighting conditions, how bright the sun is, clouds, etc., the sky and an object like a fence or a house will often be at different exposures. So here's that same shot color graded, and with the ND 1.2, which knocks it down 4 stops, and the ND 0.6 Grad filter, which knocks the sky down 2 stops. As compared to this shot with no ND Grad filter in. The clouds in the sky are more or less completely blown out. That would be very difficult, if not impossible, to recover in color grading shooting on an iPhone, or any smartphone for that matter. Really, most cameras. So what do you do if you don't have an ND Grad filter? Basically, you shoot 2 shots of the same image and composite them in post-production. So the first thing I'll do is get the exposure for the sky. And in the same shot, I'm going to now get exposure on the fence. So the sky will be blown out, but the fence will be properly exposed. So then we'll take these 2 shots, combine them in post-production, and it'll look like one properly exposed shot. So here's the fence shot, uncolor corrected. Here's the sky shot, also uncolor corrected. Then here's the fence shot with color grading. And here's the sky shot with color grading and a mask drawn around it. And finally, here are the 2 shots married together, composited together to look like one shot. We did the compositing in Adobe Premiere Pro. So again, we took the fence exposure, the sky exposure, married them together, and got this shot by using exposure bracketing. Grad filters are great for practical reasons, but they're also cool for stylized reasons. Here are several mundane looking shots, you could say, but by using ND Grad filters, you can turn them into pretty cool looking footage. So here's the Grad spun around and now back on top, and then a stylized color grade. Another building, same thing, spinning the Grad on and then spinning the Grad back up to the top, kind of a normal grade, and then a stylized grade. One last example, same kind of thing, but you can really see how bright the sky is there. Kind of a normal grade, and then a stylized grade. So grab an ND Grad filter, and if you don't have one, try exposure bracketing and see how much better your footage can look. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys in the next video.